crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the Jump for Joy collection. This is a collection featuring the cute little frog prints. I can't believe I'm saying a frog is cute. I despise frogs, but I love it in a dye. This is a fun collection, all sorts of whimsical goodness in it. So the frog is a cute character. I actually had fun putting this together. I made a bunch of little frogs, just don't need to see them in real life. But before I get started in this video of the Frog Prince, who is just so cute, you could do a whole princess theme with this too. Spellbinders is having their latest steals and deal sale. I'll link my video here so you can take a look at all the goodies. And Kit Club is open for new subscriptions until the 27th of the month. This is the Happy Mail Kit Club. Okay, crafters, let's get into the video with the Jump for Joy collection, the Frog Prince. Let's get started. This is the entirety of the Jump for Joy collection. Crafters is only 3 items, but this is so much fun. I made 5 cards with this. You could just keep making all sorts of frog cards, and you know, I don't like frogs. This is the one little creature in real life that would stop me in my tracks. Just like how people have a fear of snakes, this is my little nemesis right here, the frog. So for me to make 5 cards with a frog, wow, even 2 of them on a frog, which would give me a heart attack in real life. Can't pick them up, can't touch them, don't want to be near them, freak out, start screaming and running. Yes, it gets that bad, yeah. But this is a fun collection though, so I was pleasantly surprised. There's also a bundled option with this where you can get all 3 items, crafters, for under $40. 2 thumbs up for that for a bundle. So there is the Frog Prince die, the Jump for Joy sentiment stamp set, and lily pad. This is a stencil set, 2 stencils. Everything here is fun, and I love these sentiments. There is this little detail that can be a cloud grounding. There's a frog. Here's his little crown. There is some leaves, a sunflower that can go on top of here or there. And then this cute mushroom that layers up so nicely. So you have lots of options to do many colors with this. You can use the mushroom alone. Just have fun. Or just make the frog alone and then have a princess and a carriage, because Spellbinders does have princess and carriage and all those type of things too. You can find that in the Out and About collection. I'll link my video here where there's a fairy tale castle. So you could do the frog, fairy tale castle, and a carriage. Didn't do that, just got the idea. But that would have been a good idea. So that's fun. And then this awesome stamp set, which is high quality photopolymer stamp. I love the layered clouds. And then you get sentiments like, you are totally awesome. Hope your day is pure magic. Make a wish, jump for joy, hopping by to say hello, take a leap of faith, and then all these other smaller sentiments. And the stencil, very easy to use. I just use some low tack tape and cover certain parts. Now let's look at my examples. First up, crafters, look at this card. It started out as, what would a frog look like in Pandora? You remember the movie Pandora? I started off with a little turquoise blue frog, and then I went from Pandora into the Amazon, and I was like, don't they have red frogs too? You see? So I'm having fun with it, even though I don't like frogs, but this is adorable. For my frogs, which is very easy to put together, you start off with that body. I put the belly, then I do the head, tuck the arms, and then the eyes right here. So cute. And I did some ink blending, a lot of it actually on this card. Everything pretty much is ink blended. This is a A2 top folding card, and it is a shaped card as well. I used the little piece here for grounding. I made 2 sets of it and layered it up. And I'll talk about what treatment I'm using here, what embossing folder to get that tropical vibe. Look at the beautiful mushrooms. Love that. I did all this ink blending. I'm using Altenew Fresh Dye ink and some Gina K ink. I had planned to use the greens, but I wanted it to look more like Pandora with all the bright flowers and everything. So I went into a different set, and I'll show you shortly. I have so many of this in Craft Stacks. Crafters, have you seen the new stash stacks? Spellbinders did not send it to me, but it might be a storage solution that you're interested in. So from craft stacks going into storage stacks. Craft stacks are the crafting, sorting, and storage trays. So I have a bunch of these die cuts in them. But there is a new stash stacks where you can pack it and they come in different sizes. So I'll put a link for stash stacks. Let's talk about what I used beyond just this die set. And this die set is doing a lot of work right here. Everything else is just like a cherry on the top for it. For the background, I'm using Perfect Touch Arches and Tag die. This is a newer die set, but a fantastic die set. Thumbs up for being pretty. This is a 7-piece die set. Largest die in here is an A2. It has that great stitch detail here, just like Perfect Touch rectangles. It's just as fabulous as Perfect Touch rectangles, which is 7 dies as well, and A2. I did use this in here as well. Love this detail. Great for layering with other dies. Here I'm only using the largest die, and then I cut a second layer, put a 1/2-inch score line, and glue the tops together to make my shaped card that stands like so. So fun. Even though I was thinking Pandora, I wasn't sure about the colorways I was going to use. Pandora was inspired by the new DIY color deck, and I'll link my introductory video here. The color deck from Spellbinders is a 52 card count deck. This is just me making swatches with the new color wheel cardstock too. I'll link that video here so you can see what that is. I pulled out some of the cards because I'm slowly learning color theory with this. So I was thinking, you know, Pandora has a lot of the turquoise, which is what you see here, but then there are some other colors. So I'm actually merging 2 cards together. Started out with this base, but everything would have been just purple, blue, and this. So then I said I needed pops of color, and I came over to this card, which I've been dying to make. And the card on the back talks about dimension. There's a lot of dimension here. So I'm using the back of the card too. But you see most of the colors here as well. But it initially started out with this one, which on the back, focusing on cool colors, but I wanted some little pops in it. It's nice to merge the two as well. I'm loving this color deck. I wanted foliage in it, but I didn't want the foliage to be so big. So I came into an oldie, but definitely a goodie. This is with the Windows with a View collection. Remember this oldie? This might be one you want to put in your wish list because she'll go on super sale from time to time. I'm using the Botanical Solarium. I use this foliage here. I did color this in a yellow salmon way. I was thinking of this, but I think it would have been too big, but it could have worked too. This one, I was thinking about that one. And then these sets of flowers right here. So super pretty. This is a fun little set. There's a whole collection with this. And then when I did cut this, it was looking so flat on this card. You'll see some other cards where I didn't do the embossing. But because I have all this tropical, exotic, rainforest kind of colors going on, I cut 2 of these in different sizes. And then I came on with this beauty after ink blending it. This is blended with Distress Oxide actually. I'm using Mowed Lawn, Black Soot Oxide as well, and Twisted Citron. This started out on Peridot color wheel cardstock, the super bright green, and a lot of ink blending, but not terrible. I'm using the Spellbinders large blending brush for this, which made it much easier to work with. I'm using the Lush Leaves 3D embossing folders. This is perfect for all these guys. If you want to take it in a direction that I'm going, which is Amazon, Pandora, like the movie. Avatar. Avatar was the name of the movie. I keep thinking the name of the movie is Pandora. Avatar. In that Avatar way. Yeah, that's where I was going, crafters. I was having a ton of fun. One is on the toadstool. The other one is on the ground, just enjoying the flowers. In the background, I am using a stencil. This stencil is a Lawn Fawn cloud stencil. Really, really fun. I'll see if it is available. I'll put a link below. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. For the sentiment, I'm using Bestie Sentiment Press Plate and Die. I love this set. It is a better press set that you can press or glimmer this plate. Various sentiments, including friendship ones, and then you cut it out once with that die. So I have multiples of this. Black cardstock glimmered with matte silver hot foil roll. But that is card 1. So as you can see, I shopped my stash, but I did enjoy. These are the guys. If I didn't enjoy them, I certainly wouldn't be putting all that effort. So I don't like them in real life, but in crafting, fabulous. 1 1/4 inch tall by 1.5. So you could have a bunch of them. Have you been watching some of Yana's videos lately where she does the little grids? Like she makes a grid card. You could do 6 of these frogs. I was also thinking about doing rainbow frog too. Look at all these layers and fun. And I love the little angle of the frog and how this one, even though the eyes are set the same, it's just how you tilt it. This looks like he's looking up. This one like looking straight forward or off. So cute. Continuing to shop my stash and having fun. Look at this card with the stencil. 2-count stencil, lily pad. Love, love, love. The color inspiration I'm using for this is this DIY color deck card. Even though it has a turquoise, I was inspired by these colors. I could have gone more red, but I decided to go pink. So you can tweak it too a little bit. But I like this. I want to explore this again with a black background. But I did take bits here and bring it over here. On the back, it talks about rhythm. This has a rhythm, I think. This is something that you have to mask off because here is different than down here. So I would put a little piece of that mint tape here. I'm using scrapbook.com mint tape. If you use Spellbinders yellow tape, it might be too strong and tear the paper. The yellow tape, which is also my best friend as well, right here. Mint tape is a very low tack tape. It's good for something like this when you need light masking, okay? Spellbinders yellow tape is really best for die cutting, holding your dies in place, glimmering, holding the paper in place while you glimmer, and also better press, and it's super reusable. You can get like 8 to 10 uses out of it before you have to throw away a little piece of it. This was a super fun card. I'm using Gina K inks exclusively, so I decided to make my lotus much brighter. Think of it like a spring lotus. And then here I came down with the turquoise, and look at these greens and the blue. So here I have 2 foundation dies. What I just showed you, perfect touch rectangles. I'm using the largest die, which is an A2. I so love this. And it comes into this wonderful tag too. So I cut this piece out of some teal topaz cardstock. And look at that great stitch detail. Just so delicate and pretty. You can't really see it here with the arch, but because of the stenciling and everything, you won't see it. But on solid cardstock, oh, you'll see it. And when you go into darker cardstock, then it starts to morph into suede, which I love that it has texture that way, which is really nice on your masculine cards. Just saying. Getting ready for Father's Day, right? All right, now for this second layer, I'm coming into my other favorite. Precision Layering A2 sets A and B. Largest die in set A is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. With set B, the largest die is 1/8 of an inch shorter. You get much tighter increments when you go between the two, like this to this. But I wanted more spacing, so I actually went here and here. You see the spacing? Love that. Then now for the sentiment, I'm using another favorite of mine, which is a fall collection, but I still love it. This is from the Woodland Tales collection. If I have one more link, I'll link that video here. Fabulous collection. There is this beautiful better press set that I can't get enough of, especially right here with the sentiments. This has been going on super sale, so if you love the sentiments, you might want to put this one in your wish list. It's called Woodland Tales Impressions. Comes with 3 sentiments and a coordinating die, and you can press or glimmer all these press plates. You could even bring in some of this foliage too in the background. That'd be fun. The bird or the bark here too. So super fun set. There is also the coordinating stamp, and the stamp is the exact size as the better press here, but the coordinating die for it is only in this set. When these go on super sale, then it's pretty much like 2 for 1 or even less. This will probably go much less than that one, okay? So there are sentiments like little things make big moments. There is beauty in new beginnings, and here I'm using each day is a gift. This is pressed out on porcelain cotton card with black better press ink. Then I finished it off with some silver mixed gems of crystal part, just for some little splash around the sentiment. I think this is a nice, tranquil, pretty card. I think what makes it more bright is the color choices here, here, and here. It's a really pretty combination from Gina K. And when I'm talking about Gina K ink, I'm not saying get these big old pads. You can, but you know, the price point, I use the little cubes. I have everything I have is in that little cubes. It's only probably Distress Oxide and Distress Ink because I was able to buy those with a ton of discounts when all these craft stores used to give you tons of discounts. No more. Those days are gone, unfortunately. The remaining 3 cards I'm going to show you is focused primarily here, very tight in the collection itself, not bringing in much from the outside. Just a little circle and a sentiment here, but not much beyond that, okay? So this is a different A2 card. Loving this one as well, which has dimension. It is popped up. I'm using the Frog Prince die. Here I turned him into a Frog Prince. I kind of mimicked what I saw here on the packaging. This is Brush Gold cardstock, and here is Poppy Color Wheel cardstock. I'm also coming into a lot of the greens and color wheel goodness here. So let's talk about it. Windy cardstock in the background, Fern, Peridot, Tuscan, and then up here, Rainforest and Fern again for the frog, and some more of that Peridot here. I assembled my little frog, and he inspired everything else that happened, because I wanted it to be like a "You're my little prince, happy birthday" type card. This would be a great card for a younger person, I think. Super cute. So the sentiment reads, "Have a sweet day, happy birthday." You see little humps? That's from the stamp set right in here. Now, what I did in the background was stamp the cloud, and the easiest way to do this, because I did it reverse on a different card and messed it up, don't stamp this first. Stamp the cloud first, and then stamp this piece afterwards in a darker color. I used a Misty to do all the stamping with this, and I'm using some Distress Oxide for that. It is popped up, so this is in the background, but it doesn't have the acetate, but you could definitely put a piece of acetate and then have some shaker bits behind this. I'm using 2mm foam all the way around. This is the first time you're seeing me use the flowers and the greenery. I'm using Everlasting Circles. This is a great staple for your stash. Largest die is 4 1/4 inch, coming on in 16 more times. This is another beauty that you might want to put in your wish list. Does go on super sale from time to time. If you want a nice circular die set, smallest die in here is a 1/2 inch. So I use one of the dies probably around here to cut that window on a white card base. Then after that, put this in the background, tucked in some of these little grass bits. Then I wanted that frog sitting on this. So I came back into the die and I cut a big set. It comes all the way out to 4 1/4 inch actually. And then I just did a little offset, trimmed it here, trimmed it down here. I think that's so pretty. I love this little card. I think this is a great boys card. If you don't want to put the flowers, then don't put the flowers. But I think this won't distract from it being masculine. Then for the sentiment, I used Curved Everyday Sentiments Hot Foil Plate Crafters. I love this sentiment set. Haven't used it in a while, but when I brought it out for here, I was like, oh yes, you are reminding me how fabulous you are. I love when it's curved like this and looks like a ribbon. So this is only a glimmer set. A ton of sentiments here. And then die cut it once. I do have this in many configurations. White with black hot foil roll. Black with matte silver hot foil roll. Black with gold. White with gold. All sorts of configurations. And you can definitely use a lot of the new color wheel cardstock because the cardstock is smooth to glimmer on. So this is a very easy set to glimmer too. Love that. There is lots of fun sentiments in here. So I could have also done Hello Sunshine, Happy Birthday, Birthday Wishes, Just Because, Sending Prayers, that's in there as well, Happy Retirement, Welcome Baby, and here I'm using Have a Sweet Day. There's even Thank You. You could do Sending Love, Happy Birthday. Love that. So this is black cardstock, matte silver hot foil roll. Love, love, love this card. Very easy and quick to put together as well. Think it's a great boys card. So fun. Love this, right? Love, love, love. All right, next card. I took the sky again. This is that windy cardstock. Stamped out the clouds again in Distress Oxide. But this is an A2 card base that I did cut out with my Precision Layering A2 die. Then I wanted to have more of a scene. Like this is the little pond. Here I extended this piece right here. This actually looks like it's rainforest with some ink blending. And then the frogs are a combination of peridot, rainforest, and fern cardstock. I brought some of the peridot here. There's no ink blending on this, but I think the differences make you see all the different green layers, even though it's 3 cardstock. Down here for the water in blue, I'm also using Distress Oxide. pretty. The reason this is kicking up because this is an easel card that reads, take a leap of faith from the stamp set, and then down here, lifting you up with love. This is actually from a new collection, but for this little tag, I'm coming in with nested postage labels and tag die. That tag there with a little bit of red twine. The sentiment, lifting you up. This is from Simon Hurley's new Sky's the Limit collection. The video will be coming after this one. This is a glimmer set called Soaring Sentiments Press Plate and Die. This is a very fun, youthful set in terms of the sentiments that it has. You'll see with that collection, but it's 2 kids flying kites, and everything is like super fun and positive and doing the you lift me up with love. Really, really fun. You press or glimmer, die cut once. So that's the sentiment I use here. Also black cardstock with matte silver. I turned this into my little stopper for my little frogs. So there's my little easel card. Love, 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 love. Fun, fun, fun. For card number 5, this is only the frog prints die set. Again, using that hill detail, but you really can turn this into clouds. So look at the product page if you want to see more inspiration of how to flip it the other way. And here in the background, any shade of the color wheel cardstock in blue can work here as well. This is alabaster, fawn, poppy, and again the greens, fern, rainforest, and peridot. For this piece, I went bigger because I wanted a big sentiment here. And then I layered up these beautiful little toadstools as intended here on the package. I was thinking about bringing in the flowers, but I thought it would have been too much. So I just kept it as a straightforward, clean birthday card. This could also be for masculine cards as well. And then look at my little frog. So there's no ink blending here, but I still think it's a cute card. Very cute. I was playing with the angles of the mushroom, so it's not just this one is more straight, this one is more like curved. I just thought that would be fun. 2 of them. For the sentiment, happy birthday wishes, I'm coming into Yana's Let's Celebrate Sentiments. Love this one. There are 4 huge sentiments that I have used a million times as well, that you can press or glimmer and die cut. And then there are all these other sentiments that can go on the outside or inside of your card. This is another one that you might want to put in your wish list if you have better press or glimmer, because it does go on super sale and it's a fantastic set. Love, love, love. Keep using it. I hope they don't ever retire it because I just enjoy all the sentiments. Happy birthday wishes. This is porcelain cotton card with black better press ink. Pretty. Love. Okay, crafters. So in summary, when I'm inspired by the new DIY color wheel cardstock, it does look a little different, but fun exploring this and learning. I'm slowly learning the color wheel. I still don't understand the big circular color wheel. I don't know why. There were certain things in high school and university that like I would take a class and be like, what? And then eventually I got it. This is taking me to the eventually I'll get it, which I do appreciate because I can do something with it in the meantime. So that's fun with the color deck. And then here is just me now playing with colors, but staying more tighter into the wonderful Jump for Joy collection. Great collection. All 3 under $40. That's fabulous. There's so many other products from other brands that you could just get the stamp and the coordinating die and you're already at $40. Then you add on the stencil and then you're at like 48. Then you know what I mean? It just adds up to be a lot. And these days you want to save, but you still want to make cards. And this is great for boys cards too, or teens. Love that. Or anybody who is very outdoorsy or who loves frogs. God bless you if you love frogs. I can't do it. Alrighty, crafters. Thanks so much for watching. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.